In the end, all will be placed upon the scales.
Is it me, or are the bags under your eyes even darker than during the last round? Are you alright?
Thanks for the concern, Kaveh. I just haven't been sleeping well lately. Even though I try to fall asleep, I can't get the championship out of my head.
I know the feeling. That happened.
Do you have any tips for dealing with that?
To be honest with you, no. You could say there are many things that don't have a quick fix and can only be... I suppose you can think of it as something akin to an illness. Sometimes there's no... I don't know what's stressing you out, but I can feel all the anxiety and pressure coming from you. The next round's about to start, so chin up and do your best.
Oh, okay. You do your best.
Looks like everyone's here. I will now explain the second round to you all. There are 3 ley line disruptors buried in the area around Aru Village. These devices can imitate the effects of ley line disruption and will constantly interfere with the environment. The first 3 who manage to finish this task will be awarded 4, 3, and 2 points accordingly. Note that each person may only bring a set amount of food and water with them, and that leaving the designated competition zone will result in disqualification.
Well, what do you think? Want to team up again? I shall consider letting you have the points on account of what happened in the previous round.
That's all right. I've been here many times, and in any case, machines are one of my specialties.
It's good to see such confidence in a youngster like yourself. I also happen... But aside from us, you should remember that there's a favorite to win. Who is it? Shh! Not so loud. I mean that boy, Tainari. He took first place in the previous round, and if he does so again this time, we may as well declare... That boy knows a great deal. Perhaps he might yet follow the trail of some...
That's true. It does look like his odds...
He already has Kale, who is an excellent pupil. If he were to win this round as well, then wouldn't we just... As his senior, it's my solemn duty to prevent such an inequitable arrangement from happening. I'm off.
I'll get going as well. See you later.
How are you feeling?
I think I'm okay, but I'll take things slowly for now.
Is this all the water we're getting?
Sorry, that's what the rules say. Well, this round seems to be about how quickly you can shut down the devices.
I knew it'd be harder than I had so we'll either need to find the devices as quickly as possible.
You're welcome. Please, take care of yourself.
Well, there goes everybody. So, who should we visit this time? Oh, right! Didn't Farozan say that Tainari's the favorite to win?
It's so hot. Even a mist flower would melt in this heat. Now that I think about it, it wouldn't. But you get what I mean.
Hey, Tainari? Tainar? Huh? Weird. The locator says that he should be around here somewhere. Tainari! Can you hear us? You're right! Huh? Oh no. Tainari, are you okay?
It's...
Oh, so you passed out because of the heat. Are you not used to getting around in the desert?
That's right. I usually bring lots of water when I go to the desert, precisely to avoid this situation. I went through all my water very quickly, and with the effects of the disturbed ley lines, my ancestors, the Veluka Shuna, were originally from the desert. But I guess this is what happens when a species migrates. They become intolerant of their original environment.
This isn't the time for a history lesson. Let's get you some water.
Humans. Such fragile beings. Your bodies can't even survive extreme changes in the Here, take this.
Are you serious? This had better be just normal water. Paimon really doesn't get that guy. What's he up to?
I'm feeling a little better now. Thanks, you two.
Oh, it wasn't just the two of us. Just now.
Found you at last.
Sino, you're here too.
I was concerned, so I came back to check on you. Will you be able to go on?
The fur on my tail is so dry, it's practically been singed right off. I don't see any purpose in pushing myself beyond what is reasonable. It appears I'm not suited to this particular round. I should probably just return to Aru Village and rest.
Really? So you're backing out?
Yes. I do have my results in the first round to serve as a buffer, so even if I forfeit this round, I still have a chance. Withdrawing now will allow me to conserve my energy. continuing to push onward.
A wise decision. Let's get you back to Aru Village.
It's fine. I can make it back on my own.
Oh, stop trying to be so polite. Come on, we'll help.
Keep up. Keep up.
How are you feeling now, Tainari? Do you want to rest some more?
There's some shade here, so we can stop for a while.
All right, let's do that.
Oh, Sino and Tainari. And you've got the Traveler and Paimon with you.
Oh, hey, Layla!
Yeah, the sun was too strong, so I decided to take cover here for a while. What about you? Are you all done already?
Unfortunately not. I'm not quite as capable as I thought. I intend to withdraw from this round. Sino and the Traveler are escorting me back to Aru Village.
Withdraw? Can you even do that?
I believe the rules do provide for such a situation. Alhaitham did say that the act of leaving the competition grounds would result in disqualification from the round.
Didn't I ask you if you were all right before this? If you had just decided to withdraw then, you wouldn't have had to suffer.
Well, I had to try, didn't I? So I tried, and it didn't work out, and now I'm backing out while I can. When I get back, I'm definitely going to make a batch of sun-resistant oil. Next time I venture into the desert, I'll be prepared. By the way, you're Layla, aren't you? You don't look very well yourself. Will you be all right?
I did feel a little faint when I first entered the desert, but I feel a lot better after resting here for a while.
Be careful not to push yourself too hard.
Don't worry. I'm just...
Feeling the pressure?
You can tell?
Your expression is similar to the ones I see on criminals' faces when I interrogate them.
To tell you the truth, I'm still not sure whether I have what it takes to represent the Ratawa Darshan in the championship. Most people voted for me because of all the rumors surrounding me, and to be honest, those rumors don't really mean anything. Now I don't know how to deal with all the expectations they've put on me. Even the people who usually criticize me voted for me this time. So I feel like I have to live up to their expectations somehow.
So their expectations are putting pressure on you.
Yes. Actually, I heard that you were voted in as well, Tainari. How do you deal with it?
To be completely honest, I don't really feel any pressure. Firstly, those who expect things from you do not necessarily do so for benign reasons. On the other hand, those who do consider your feelings certainly wouldn't want you to push yourself. Next, we are researchers. Our primary duty is to interact with knowledge, not to meet others' expectations. As for me, I took part in this competition to advertise for an academic lecture at Gandharvaville next month. I'll obviously try my best during the competition, but I won't let any additional pressure get to me. I think you can also try to find a clearly defined goal. That may help you.
Huh. I understand. Thanks for your advice.
I'm absolutely parched after talking so much.
I've still got some water with me.
No, I'll be all right. We aren't far from Aru Village, so I can go the rest of the way myself. You should get back to the competition. Don't you want to win that limited edition card?
Yes. All right then. Your spirit will live on through me.
Hey, don't talk like that. I'm not dead, Sino. Everyone, I'll be heading back now. See you after the round ends.
I'll continue searching for the ley line disruptors.
Are you feeling better now, Layla?
Yeah, I feel like some of the weight has been taken off my shoulders after chatting with Tighnari. It's been a long time since I first left my hometown to come to the academia, and every day here has been so precious. But of course, there have been some rough times. All sorts of complex astrological models, countless quizzes, and essays that took all my brain power to barely finish. Each of those things are like huge boulders barreling at me, forcing me to continue running forward. When I was chosen as my Darshan's representative, it felt like another boulder was added to the ones already rolling behind me. Every time I close my eyes, I think of all the people I disappointed. Yeah, I think that's what Tighnari was trying to tell me. You're our good friends, which is why you didn't stop him from dropping out of this round, and why you don't feel disappointed in me.
That's right! No need to feel so down!
That said, he did also say that he hopes I could have more concrete goals for taking part in this competition. I don't have any now, but I'll give that some thought. Anyway, I won't take up any more of your time. You still have to record the other contestants' progress, don't you? Perhaps they've had some breakthroughs while we've been chatting.
True. We should go look for the others. Now, who's left? Tighnari's dropped out for the round, and we just saw Sino.
You could go see how Madame Farozan's doing. I've heard that she's quite knowledgeable about the desert, so she's probably made some progress by now.
Okay, let's go look for Farozan! any progress?
Ah, you're just in time. I'm about to start digging right here.
Oh, you found the ley line disruptor already?
Such a simple problem could never confound me. Not long after entering the desert, I discovered a primal construct that was acting abnormally, so I followed it all the way here. Once I got near here, it suddenly disappeared. Something unusual must be happening around this area.
You're a true expert, Madame Faruzan. You know what to do right away.
Well, I do happen to have more experience than most. But that aside, has anyone completed this challenge yet?
Nope, not yet.
Well then, I suppose I'll be the first. What about that boy Tainari? Oh? And why's that?
He's not used to being out and about in the desert.
Huh. I didn't think he would have such a weakness. I suppose he could use a bit more training. What about the others? Is that Ratawahist girl still a bundle of nerves?
Tainari gave Layla some advice, and she seems to be doing a lot better now. Sino just started his search for the disruptors, and as for Hakai, well, who knows what he's thinking.
And what about Kaveh? Has he found a ley line disruptor yet?
Paimon doesn't think so, or our locators would have already let us know.
Strange. What's he lollygagging for? With his skills, you should have heard something from him by now. Well, I'm afraid the most thrilling moments are already done here. You should probably go find Kaveh and see how he's faring now.
Freeze!
Come on, stop following me! I already gave you all the food I had on me. You can cry all you want. I don't have any more food. All I have left is a half bottle of water, and I can't possibly give you that. Without water, traveling in the desert will be incredibly difficult. And Marak, can you help me out here? Keep them away.
Kaveh, there you are! Faruzan told us to come see how you're doing. What are you up to?
Just thinking about it makes me upset. Not long after I entered the desert, I was caught. I don't know why, but they didn't leave the competition grounds. And now the ley line disruptions have left them confused and circling around the area. The moment they saw me, they wouldn't leave me alone. They even cheated me out of my limited food supply. Hey, didn't I ask you to keep them away?
Kaveh, is this flying metal thingy yours?
That's right. This is my toolbox, Marak.
Your toolbox? Huh. It seems pretty fancy.
Sometimes I need to carry things when I go out, so it's handy to have a...
Well, this definitely doesn't look like an ordinary toolbox.
It's a long story. When I was working in the desert, I ran into a... It was clearly from King Deshret's civilization. His technology still isn't fully understood, and Ksharawar has many different opinions. Our current theories cannot explain such mysteries. Upon seeing such a rare, complete specimen before me, I forked over all the mora on my person to purchase it. Some time back, I wanted to make an automated case that could store my offloaded It can't understand commands that are too complex, but it can serve as... Most importantly, it can't talk, so it can't give me any attitude. Oh, yes. Thanks for helping hide the fact that I live at Alhatham's place earlier.
Sorry.
I hope this season of my life ends soon, so I can get things back. Things just started going downhill at some point. Maybe it all started when my mom remarried and left for Fontaine. Or maybe it all started when I spoke to Alhatham in the library. Or maybe it's because constructing the Palace of Alcazar's burned through my funds. I'm still paying off the debt from that one. Now that I think about it, it's not like any of you asked to be trapped in a ley line.
Kaveh, aren't you going to look for the ley line?
Yes, but I can't just leave them here, can I? Oh, forget it. The more I think about this, the more I feel a headache coming on. Time's a-wasting. I'm off.
Kaveh looks like he's conflicted. He really wants to win, but he can't ignore those he wants to help. Paimon's always felt like he's the type who easily gets him... Paimon doesn't mean this in an insulting way, but he seems like the kind of guy who'd be really easy to take advantage of. Whoa! Someone's done already! Right? Wonder who it is.
Verification complete! Congratulations on being this round's first winner, Sino.
Ooh, so Sino was the quickest!
I am from Spontamod, after all. We know a lot about ley lines, so finding a disruptor was never going to be particularly difficult for me.
Since the Traveler and Paimon also happen to be here, do you have anything you want to say?
Anything I want to say? The bonds of yesterday will forge the road to tomorrow. That's a line from King of Invocations, one of my favorite works, and it sums up my thoughts right now.
It might be a good thing that Tighnari isn't here, or else he'd give Sino a good smack right about now.
Oh wow, it's already so late. Everyone's probably running low on food and water. It'll only get...
Something similar happened in King of Invocations.
Any thoughts on that, Alhatham?
I have no thoughts regarding...
Nilo obviously wasn't asking about that.
Deserts are much more dangerous at night, so this competition should be nearing its end. At the moment, only Farazan, Layla, and Kaveh remain.
I wonder who the next person to find a disrupt...
Wait, only 3 people are left? Tighnari forfeited, and Sino's already done. What about Hat Guy?
He also forfeited not long ago.
Ugh, Paimon can't understand what he's thinking at all. But, like Alhatham said, this round's almost over.
It's so hot. Even a mist flower would melt in this heat. Now that I think about it, it wouldn't. But you get what I mean.
Hello again. You know, it suddenly occurred to me that you guys... Really? Wow. I don't know where you get your strength from. The desert's getting colder now that night's falling, and the wind can really sting your... has anyone finished this round yet?
Sino's already shut one down. Have you made any progress?
I circled the whole area, but I didn't... But I did have the chance to think some more about that thing that was... Well, my fellow Ritaohist members must have all put my name forward for different reasons, and... But be that as it may, I believe... And I want...
Huh? But doesn't thinking like that put a lot of pressure on you?
Of course, that comes with some amount of pressure for sure. But now I've thought about it, that may not sound like a huge difference to you.
Well, that's great!
Also, now that I've... I think I'll just... But the competition...
Wait! You're...
Good to see you too. Whew, it's nice to be out. Feels like I've been cooped up inside for quite a while. Well, since I'm here, I guess I should help her finish this. What are we supposed to be doing here again? Finding a ley line disruptor. Let me see. Looks like she's basically gathered all the information she needs. Come with me, you two. Do you ever get the feeling that the ley lines have a regular flow? Similar to the way that celestial bodies follow fixed orbits. If we were looking down from on high, I wonder whether we'd find that the ley lines are just the reflections of the stars upon the Earth.
Keep up.
Not all astrological phenomena can be directly observed. Some are deductions based on other details that we know. It's the same situation with the ley lines. The parts of them that are hidden underground can be identified via elemental energy, sound, and other phenomena. Plus, now that someone has shut one of the disruptors down, the contrast between before and after can provide me with further information still. Let me see. It should be here, I think. This should be it, right? I'll turn it off.
Nice work!
Again, I didn't do any of the real work. I'm just wrapping up. She'll probably wake up soon. No doubt she'll be a little disoriented at first, but once she's got her bearings, she'll go and report that she shut down this disruptor. Will you be staying here for a while? Or are you going to check on the other...
Oh, time to check our locator. Whoa, it looks like Kaveh and Faruzan are headed towards the same place.
Perhaps they're about to find the last disruptor. Also, speaking of Kaveh, he's an interesting one.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Before the second round, he had a chat with the other me. He said that worries can be like illnesses. They don't always have a magic cure. Sometimes you just have to endure them as best you can until... But the way I see it, his situation is much worse than my other self's. She just hadn't found what she wanted to do at the moment, which is why she felt lost. Kaveh, meanwhile, knows what he wants to do. He's convinced that he has to win, and yet he still seems conflicted. He doesn't have a second personality, but somehow he still seems... I don't know exactly how to describe it. It's like he's smiling on the outside, but there's no joy inside, only sorrow. Still, who knows? He must be more experienced than me. Maybe. Oh, but back to the topic of wrapping up. Shouldn't you be getting back to the action to record how everything plays out?
Oh, true. Okay then, guess we'll be going now. We'll keep... Kaveh and Faruzan were super confident at the start, but it turns out they're the last ones to find the disruptor. But between the two of them, who's going to get there first? Let's head over quick.
Keep up. What's the hurry?
Happy to oblige.
Law of the jungle.
should be around
Finally found it.
Kaveh? Are you?
Oh, Madame Faruzan. And here...
Faruzan, Kaveh! Oh, looks like Layla's...
I didn't expect that you and I would find a disruptor at the same...
Tighnari and Hatguy forfeited, while Sino and Layla are already done. Huh? That's weird. Didn't you start digging really early on?
Yes, I kept digging, but instead of finding a disruptor, I found a ruin. I fell down pretty deep, and it was completely dark in there. It took me quite some time to unlock...
That's... actually really...
Finishing a week's worth of trials in such a short time. Huh.
What about you? Why are you so late?
I encountered a lot of lost desert foxes along the way, and I brought them to the outskirts of the competition zone. When I came back, I was absolutely... When I woke up, it was already night. I used the last of my strength.
A most curious reason indeed. But are you sure you're all right? You said you were familiar with the desert. But the way you handled problems...
It was problematic, but that had nothing... The way I did things wasn't optimal, but I wouldn't have been comfortable not...
Youths these days, each stranger than the next. But back to the main issue at hand. Since we are both very certain that this is where the final leyline disruptor is, let's dig it up then. Well, this is indeed it. Of that there is no doubt. But how shall we count the score this time? What is it, youngster?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that this round's finally over. There shouldn't be any more innocent creatures getting wrapped up in danger. As for the points, I guess we can draw lots again later. I can't think of anything better.
Alright, in that case, let's all head back to Aru Village. Paimon thinks...
What's the hurry?
Looks like the second round is over. I wonder who is faster, Kaveh or Madame Faruzan? Huh? Where's Madame Faruzan?
She went to get water. She'll be...
You get caught up in some things so easily.
I'm not caught up in anything! Don't make it sound like I take pleasure in having...
Really? Then should I say that you have a curious affinity for drawing lots?
I'll go get the box and slips of paper for the lots. Please wait a moment.
Oh, here we go again. Let's see how I fare.
I got it! Did you see that?
Congratulations!
Looks like Kaveh's luck's taking a turn for the better.
Oh, finally! After all this time!
It looks like you've been rewarded for your tribulations in the desert. This round's point...
And with that, our second round is done. Sino, Layla, and Kaveh are our victorious contestant. As for the current standings, let me see. Sino and Layla both have 4 points, putting them both in first place. The rest in descending order are Tighnari, Faruzan, Kaveh, and Hatguy. The next round will be the final one. Please rest up. I heard that some stalls at the Wisdom Gala are debuting new games, so feel free to drop by if you're interested. Otherwise,
What's the hurry?
didn't know you were such a slacker.
It feels like something's been on your mind this entire time.
Traveler, Paimon. I finally found you.
Finally? Did something happen?
Don't you feel like there's something off about this year's Academia Extravaganza? When Candace and I were at the cafe earlier, we might have caught sight of some mercs on business. Thing is, they were disguised as tourists here to shop. But no disguise can mask the stench of blood. Just from their suspicious looks, I bet they do dirty work like kidnapping or assassinations.
We eavesdropped on them for a while. Their target seems to be someone called Sachin.
Sachin? Isn't that the person who Karina mentioned during the opening ceremony? He's apparently the sponsor behind the competition prizes and the Diadem of Knowledge, but he hasn't shown himself at all.
Sounds like a rich person, all right. It makes sense now. The Eremites have been struggling to make ends meet recently, so a lot of groups have been doing private work that involves the rich. In their words, one gig sets you up for half a year. Just one job like this nets them enough mora to take it easy for a while.
The extravaganza has brought many tourists to Sumaru City all at once, so it's likely that they took advantage of the bustle to sneak in. Dia and I wanted to directly capture them, but they were on guard and made some excuse to slip away.
I would have tied him up if it wouldn't have caused a scene. Who's legally supposed to take care of this kind of thing? The Matra or the Core of 30?
If Sino were here, he'd definitely get involved. Why don't we head over to the Academia and tell Amatra? Thanks a million, you two.
Not at all. It was coincidence on our part as well.
Yeah, don't sweat it. The Eremite's reputation is gonna get even worse if these scumbags succeed. But this is Sumeru City. Candace and I don't have as much freedom to act here, so we're leaving this in your hands.
Should you require our aid, come find us at the cafe.
Paimon's noticed that something's bugging you. Is it the extravaganza? 'Cause Paimon's starting to think that there's more than meets the eye here, too. Wait, thinking like this isn't doing anything. Let's just go find a mantra.
How can my own brother say something like that about me? It's plain hurtful.
What's the hurry? What's the hurry?
Hey, isn't that the mantra we investigated Siraj with? Arav, wasn't it? Let's go talk to him.
Hello, both. It's been a while. Someone's planning to kidnap Sachin. The growing popularity of the extravaganza has given him quite the reputation boost as its sponsor. He's seen as—
Well, since he's got a target on his back now, shouldn't you say—
To tell you the truth, we've thought about doing just that. However, Sachin apparently prefers to spend most of his time out doing field work, and hardly ever comes back to Sumaru City. No one has been able to contact. Our only lead is something he once said. Each time the Inter-Darshan Championship is held, I will be watching from close by to choose a suitable person to inherit my estate. Assuming he remains committed to that promise, then he must be right here in the city somewhere. I suspect that the Eremites in question must have heard about that as well.
So, they shouldn't know where Sachin is either.
I would assume not. Anyway, Mahamatra Saino is still on vacation, so I'll handle this. Don't you worry. A couple of kidnappers aren't gonna get very far in Sumaru City these days. I have my ways of forcing them out into the open. All of that said, if you're interested in Sachin's story, why don't you try tracking him down as well? The sooner we ascertain his whereabouts, the quicker we can act to ensure his safety. I mean, you could task all the Matra and the whole Corps of 30 with someone's protection, but if the client doesn't show themselves, there's nothing we can do to help them.
Fair point. Guess we should start searching for him.
None, I'm afraid. He's never committed any crimes or broken academic protocol, so we don't have a very detailed file on him. I've heard that Alhaitham has now stepped down from his post as acting Grand Sage and is back to being the scribe again. Maybe it's worth checking to see if he knows anything.
Good idea! Okay, we'll head back to the extravaganza venue and see if we can find him. Hey, Nilu?
Alhaitham? What?
We're trying to track down someone and we need him to pull up some—
Oh, I see. Sorry, I don't know where— He's always the first to leave after the competition ends, and he never tells him.
Huh. Yeah!
Let me think. To him, being a commentator is just extra work he was roped into. Do you guys know of any—
Ooh, maybe. Paimon remembers that his house isn't that far from here, so we might...
What's the hurry?
Let's try knocking. No answer? Maybe no one's home. Hello?
Oh, it's you two?
Oh, Kaveh, you're home!
Come on in, I'll get the door for you.
We didn't hear a peep when we first knocked. We thought no one was home.
Well, I can't be too careful. If someone from the academia came here looking for Alhaitham, and I opened the door for them without thinking, before long the whole city would know that I'm living here.
You're pretty conscientious about this, huh? So, what happens if someone comes inside looking for him while you're at home?
It's fine, as long as I stay in my own room. Anyway, why would someone just barge in here looking for him? Most people have better things to do.
Fair enough. So do you know where he is?
What do you think? Who knows what he does in his free time? All that matters to me is that he's out of the house. I wouldn't call it that. He's just incapable of saying anything pleasant. I told him how the second round went. I won the lot draw, remember? Because of good... But him, being him... Oh, you wouldn't believe what he said after I was done talking! You're always quick to remind me that you're my upperclassman, and yet you do not problem solve in the manner becoming of an upperclassman. This begs the question of why we attach prestige to seniority at all. What does he mean, manner becoming of an upperclassman? What, am I supposed to earn the title of upperclassman? And he didn't stop there. I'd encourage you to reflect on why you've ended up having to rely on luck every round. Frankly, it's incomprehensible to me how you've managed to make it to this age without acknowledging the proverbial elephant in...
Yeah, that does sound like something I'll hate.
I've had it with him. Every time I talk to him, it's the same... Anyway, the disdain is very much mutual between us, so I'll be moving out as soon as possible. I'm actually packing my things right now. He'll have to get used to doing his own... See those perfectly hung paintings on the walls? They're coming with me too.
Wait, you're moving out already? But the
Well, obviously I can't just yet. I'm just packing early to get ahead. I've got my new place picked out already. The moment I have my hands on the prize money, I'm going to buy it and move my things right in. It'll take me 3 days tops to move out of here. I now know what I have to do to achieve this goal. No matter what happens in the...
Well, we'll be rooting for you.
In what way?
Layla said that she thinks you'll get...
Meaning what exactly? Oh, don't tell me you think I have...
Oh, we didn't say that. But think about it.
Wait, what's so unusual about all that? I gave you my reasons. I would have felt guilty otherwise. Where's the conflict in that? Well, when you put it like that, yes, why indeed? It's a good question. I guess it's just in my nature. Plus, if I just did nothing, then there'd be no escaping the blame if something bad came of it later down the line.
But thinking like that all the time must make your life so exhausting. Not to mention that by help—
It's complicated. Look, let's maybe leave this conversation for another time. Sachin. Huh. He did actually mention a Sachin recently. I remember he brought a few documents home that day. He was thinking out loud as he looked through them, making some notes and doodling as he went. Ah, this is the one. Here, take it.
You sure he'd be okay with this?
With taking liberties? He's certainly okay with helping himself to my beer whenever he— And anyway, he did ask me if I wanted to read his notes. I didn't see the point at the time, so he just left them on the side. He doesn't leave documents lying around unless he's okay with other people reading them.
Cool, if you say so. That was a lot of information. Paimon's getting a headache. So, to sum up, Sachin put the Academia in charge of managing his estate, and went on— He even said that if he really liked one of the contestants, he wouldn't just give them a reward, but his entire estate did—
What? Are you serious? All of Sachin's wealth, that's more than I could spend in a lifetime, surely. Heck, if I got chosen, I'd be able to pay off all my debts. Then I could build another Palace of Alcazar's array. Except this time, Oh, then there's that new project in Port Ormos, of course. The bridge renovation. To do it properly would take upwards of—
Hey, snap out of it! You're getting way ahead of your—
You're right. First I need to focus on winning and move—
Huh? Wait a moment. There's a loose slip of paper. Did Alhaitham write this? It looks like he was jotting ideas down as he was— Sachin dead or alive. Some of this stuff is just plain incomprehensible.
Let me see. Huh. I recognize this script. Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but perhaps little decisions can. That's a rough translation anyway. I can't guarantee it's 100%. There's another smaller line of text underneath.
Wow! It's so cool that you can—
We worked together on a project once when we were students. The title was Decoding the Runes and Architectural Philosophy of the Ruins of King Deshret's Civilization. I had to familiarize myself a little with this script at the time.
Oh, interesting. So, any idea what Alhaitham—
Who knows? The way his mind works is one of the great mysteries of—
Fair enough. Well, guess we've learned— Yeah, he better catch those crooks. But,
will be frozen in time. I'm getting old. It's time to make plans. Seems all the other knights already have their hands full.
Paimon just heard that the Matra have arrested some Eremites who snuck into the city. Maybe they were the ones plotting to kidnap Sachin. Let's Let's go to the academia and check with Araf.
What's the hurry? What's the hurry? Ah, you're here. Sorry, I was just about to send someone to inform you. I only just finished interrogating the suspects.
What did you find out?
Well, lots of unexpected details. The mercs themselves were surprisingly easy to catch. But then it starts to get messy. During the interrogation, we learned that they were hired by Sachin's own child.
What? Why would someone want to kidnap their own father?
It's anybody's guess at this point. In any event, apparently the guys we caught are just the tip of the iceberg. We're diverting manpower as we speak to try and round them all up.
Sure, let's go get to the sure this is the right place? Something feels off.
I'm positive. But I don't understand why they're all unconscious on the ground.
Boss, we got more company.
Look, we were just doing what we were paid to do. You're punishing the wrong people.
What happened? Who beat you all up?
Wait, you mean you aren't with them?
With who? Who did this?
First there was this flying brat. Didn't bother asking any questions, just started throwing punches. After that, some guy wearing green came along and interrogated us for...
I've got the confirmation I needed. This is the one who masterminded this whole plot. If you have any questions for him, now's your chance to ask them. When you're done...
So why did you hire people to kidnap Sachin?
What do you think? 20 years ago, he upped and left to go and live a carefree life, not giving a second thought for my welfare. As if that's not bad enough already, he went and put his entire fortune in the care of the academia, along with a contract saying that one day he'd pass it all on to a genius he admired. That's my inheritance. By rights. You expect me to sit back and watch it go to someone else? If he won't give... Of course! Didn't he say he would be here somewhere? What? So, I figured I'd get some people to nab him. Then I make him change the contract. And if the No. The old fart knows how to stay hidden. I'll give him that. He's probably cooped up somewhere watching all the... I already thought he'd gone mad. Diadem of Knowledge. You mean that thing he donated? Well, I can tell you that it's very expensive. He sold a lot of assets to purchase it back in the day. Weird things started happening after he brought it home, too. For example, sometimes we'd hear a high-pitched voice coming from the storage room. Also, before donating it to the academia, he once shut himself in that same storeroom and researched it Something was already seriously wrong with him by that point. Nothing he did shocked me.
What do you mean, something wrong with him?
I only have a vague memory of it, since I was very young at the time. But I have the impression that he went out into the desert for research and didn't return for many years. When he finally did return, he was a changed person. He would mumble incomprehensibly and write essays day in. I asked if I could see what he'd written, but he chased me out of the room. Later, he went out somewhere and took his written essays with him. When he got back, he signed his contract with the academia. Part of me wonders whether he'd already stopped being my father by that point. Perhaps the man...
Okay, you can stop now.
You can believe me or not. Doesn't matter to me. I told you all I know. Whatever it is that he's researching out there, he'll always be garbage and...
You finished? In that case, come with us. Well, we finally caught the guy behind all this. Thanks for... Do you still have any lingering concerns?
Yeah! Alhaitham...
Scribe Alhaitham looked into this matter. Understood. Well...
That makes sense. Okay then, let's get back to the venue. We need to...
You're finally back. Where have you been? I looked everywhere.
We were out capturing some bad guys who want... But that's not important right now. We think there might be some...
The diadem? That seems unlikely. The diadem of knowledge has been used in every extravaganza over the last... Okay, here's the situation. The diadem is currently in Mount Ima Forest. We moved it there before the third... In the third round, contestants have to go into Mount Ima Forest, find the diadem, bring it back, and place it on the stand. The first person to do this gets 4 points. Considering how close the scores are between our contestants, whoever wins this round is very likely to be the winner of the whole competition. As such, I suspect competition to be very fierce. I'll mark the diadem's location for you. Please head there immediately.
Alright, let's go! That's weird. The locator stopped working. Uh-oh. This place looks empty. Did someone already take it? Well, we might as well head back and see if anyone's turned it in.
Oh, looks like Layla has seized the diadem. But getting to the goal won't be easy.
That guy enters the fray. Horizon's device has gone haywire.
The competition is heating up. Oh. And here's Kaveh bringing up the rear.
It's Kaveh's toolbox! Throwing the diadem to its owner!
Yes, that's right. Put the diadem in place, and you shall gain all you desire.
Who are you? I need you to get out of my head!
I am confident that you will not disappoint me.
What just happened to me?
Something's wrong.
you were...
At long last, someone to inherit my estate, and with it, my research. Come, Kaveh. Come to me, my child.
How do you know my name? Who are you?
I am Sachin. Well, to be precise, I am but a fragment of Sachin's mind. Fate is a curious thing. Seeing you reminds me of another I once met. But you are made of sterner stuff than he, more cognizant of the trials and tribulations of this world. It is you who are worthy to inherit all that I... We meet for the first time, children. But what I mean to say now is of utmost importance. So please, pay attention and bear witness. You have all performed outstandingly in this Interdashant Championship. The Academia has many rare talents among its ranks, and you are the creme of the creme. But if I were to choose a successor, I would choose you, Kaveh. Not only because you were victorious, but also due to our similarities in character.
Me?
Why, yes. Both of us have the misfortune to be idealists. And that is the source of... 28 years ago, I came to the desert and lived there for 8 full years. What do you think I saw there? Alas, endless strife and slaughter. Conflict over water sources. Robbing of merchant caravans. Exploitation of the people relentlessly, day after day. Beyond the wall of Samiel lay a completely different world from the one I knew. The things I witnessed there tormented me greatly. I wished...
So, did you find a way?
As a Vahumana scholar, I tried to use Vahumana knowledge to find... I researched history and anthropology, performed countless experiments on... But in the end, I found that the answer I saw... It was not possible to simply assign blame for these transgressions to any one party, for the sins are carved into humanity. The aim of my research was to draw lessons from history. But what I discovered was that history offers no such guidance. After this realization, I could no longer see the meaning in anything that I had ever learned. But before I went through with it, a strange twist of fate led me to come into the possession of this diadem, which has the ability to preserve part of one's consciousness. Into it, I placed my experiences before...
As I thought. The contract you signed with the Academia was in essence your will. But if you'd given up hope on this world, why did you feel the need to do this?
I mentioned that I had performed a great many experiments concerning human nature. The Academia has no shortage of genius talents, nurturing the brightest minds of every generation. And so...
I see. So you desired a successor who was not only a genius, but who also understood the suffering of ordinary people. Such a person would have a clearer understanding of
Huh?
But did you ever consider that wealth numbs the human heart to the pain in the world? Even an idealist may be incapable of following through on your wishes after inheriting your wealth.
You are highly intelligent. Yet you are not the sort of person who would understand my line of thinking. To me, this is also part of the experiment. Whether my successor suffers as a consequence of my research, or succumbs to an indulgence in pleasure, I grieve the fundamental sickness of the world. I regret the unbearable weight of its history. And I lament the research. And this, Kaveh, my dear child.
You're absolutely certain that you want...
I have faith in what I see in you. Now wear the diadem, Kaveh, and complete the journey that... Will the verdict I reached cause you suffering? Or will this newfound wealth numb your heart? I look forward to your answer. All of my research materials are being stored at our...
I've heard enough! My life's enough of a mess already. The last thing I need is more suffering. Keep your Mora. I don't need it. Didn't you say that you saw a lot of people in pain? Well, if that's the case, then your wealth can go to them. I guess that'll be the end of that.
Are you all right? Any physical
I'm fine. Thanks, Tainari. Don't worry about me.
Don't push yourself too hard.
Kaveh.
Kaveh may have broken the diadem, but he successfully completed the task prior to that. According to the rules, this makes him the victor of round 3. As the champion and Sachin's personally designated successor, Kaveh has obtained the rights to inherit the entirety of his estate. For the avoidance of doubt, can you confirm that it is your intention to donate all of Sachin's wealth?
Like I said, he thought that the world is a bad place. Well then, rejecting the world will achieve
All right. As the scribe, I will make a... The sages will contact you in person for details on how exactly Sachin's...
That sounds fine. I don't know if his research findings were right, nor would I know how to finish his research. But what I do know is that by ending this here, no contestants will have to suffer. We won't be the last. There will be more championships to come, and Sachin's words can only cause pain, but not anymore. We're all scholars here. I know full well that shutting down his views like this is autocratic and arrogant. It's the least I can do, and...
Well said. What you've expressed is a sense of justice and idealism that many aspire to. I say this despite the fact that, in my view, it's quite ridiculous. You have long been aware of what your flaws are, but your pride alone prevents you from admitting it. Nevertheless, your perspective is well suited to appearing in a victory speech. Contestant Kaveh, on behalf of the organized...
What? Please. I don't need... Anyway, this isn't the time or place for debates. Keep your commentary focused on the competition.
Congratulations, Kaveh. Also, you'll need to prepare for the award.
Looks like the ceremony will be held at the main venue. Let's head over and check it out!
Thank you all for your excellent performance. And finally, it gives me great pleasure to invite our champion, Kaveh. Typically at this point, we would crown our champion with the diadem as well as presenting them with their award. However, we have just received word that Kaveh has inherited Sachin's estate and made the decision to donate it all to charitable causes.
Sachin's estate is getting donated?
So much Mora. And
Kaveh's generosity will give many struggling families the chance to change their... Of course, without the diadem and prize money to present, this makes the award ceremony a little more concise than expected. Would you...
I'm not entirely sure what I should say under these circumstances. I'm glad to have won. As for why I want to give the Mora away, I don't support Sachin's views, and I don't want to take his Mora. With a lot of things in life, people need to experience them for themselves. Anyway, this isn't really the time and place for such weighty and complicated topics. So,
Oh, Kaveh, just one moment. While this is a short and sweet award ceremony, we do still have a prize to present you with. Please take this limited edition Genius Invocation. Additionally, your champion status will be logged in your record. This means that the sages will give priority consideration to any future project proposals.
All right, I'll take the card.
In that case, I declare the award ceremony over.
I still don't really get it. The sum of Mora would have been enough.
That just means you're not strange enough to understand the way that geniuses think. Come on.
Glad that's over. I think I'm quite good at giving...
Do you mean that you're still exhausted from the
I suppose.
So you're gonna give it to him? But...
Why would I do that? It's of no use to me whatsoever.
Whoa, whoa! This is a super big deal!
Huh? But I was gonna rest for a while longer. Hey, stop pulling my hair!
What you looking at, Sino?
I'm still thinking about the Sachin issue.
Well, they gave me this limited edition Genius Invocation card, and I figured you'd have more use for it than I.
But it's a limited edition. Are you
What else would I do with it? I have no use for it.
But it's limited edition. Kaveh, are you in trouble? You don't have to do all this.
That's not what I meant at all. Yes, I have all sorts of problems, but that has absolutely nothing to do with this card. I'll figure my own issues.
All right. In that case, I accept. But now that I realize that you have no concept of its value, how about this? I shall buy it from you at a fair price.
Oh, come on. It's just one card. How much could it really be worth?
1 million more at the very least.
How much?
1 million more?
If you feel that's too low.
1 million Mora for a card? But you already have a whole bunch of these.
Not every card is this valuable, and some card...
Huh. Well, I guess they must pay you plenty, but really it's fine.
Don't feel bad. I save a lot.
You don't spend all your savings on your hobby.
Sounds like you're speaking from personal experience. In that case, maybe you're the one who should be listening to your advice. In any case, I, Sino, will take this precious card, and it shall join the deck of destiny. Kaveh, come with me in a few moments to collect the Mora. Thanks to you.
All right, if you insist. Far be it from me to refuse your courtesy any further. Well, at least I'll be able to keep on top of my bills this month. Maybe I'll even have some left over.
Well, this is what they call... Paimon wonders how the other contestants are doing.
I'm telling you, you can't go wrong taking advice from me.
Really? Well, then, sure.
Faruzan, Miru! Even Dia...
Candace and I bumped into these two while we were strolling through. Madame Farazan here's pretty friendly. When she...
I don't really see anything I'm familiar with. Let's go with the plain fabric as our base. And
Oh, wait a sec. You sure that's the latest style? That sounds a lot like what the older folks back home would wear.
Don't worry. This style is a timeless
No thanks. This is
Wait. Madame Farazan's right. That style is a classic. And used to be main... If you don't mind, how about I pick some clothes?
Sure.
I'll come with you to have a look. One always has to keep on top.
Madame Farazan? Come quick! She's over here!
Who are you?
We're new in the academia. We saw all the amazing things you did.
Of course I do. And you're both very welcome to join.
That's great! We can't wait. What's your area?
I'm from Haravatat.
Huh? But you seem like an expert in machines. Wait, sorry. I remember now. You were representing the Haravatat Darshan in the championship. Oh, their classes are so boring, though. I'm sorry, ma'am. Let me know if you run any other classes in the future.
I knew it. What about you? Aren't you going to leave with your friend?
I think you're amazing, Madame Farazan. I can take the class you're teaching as an option, even though cross-Darshan lessons might be a little tough to arrange. But I look forward to learn.
I see. You're a good egg, child.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Well, I won't
I don't quite understand what happened there, but...
Traveler, Paimon, would you two like...
Sorry, we can't. Oh, by the way...
I don't know where Hakai went, but she was hanging out with some other Ratahoa students, so we didn't get a chance to speak.
Ratahoa students? They must be the... Oh, she didn't end up winning, so... Paimon...
Welcome. Get your spices here. We've got all kinds.
What's the hurry?
In my opinion...
What's the hurry? What's the hurry?
We need to be cultivating the scholars of the future.
From now on, I'm gonna work really hard. Maybe first we should figure out which Darshan to join.
I'm sorry.
Oh, stop. If you're going to...
I didn't see the whole thing. But you were the only contestant who scored points in both the first 2 rounds. And I heard that you actually found the diadem first in round 3. You came so close to...
Aw, I just got lucky.
That can't be true. You had some really stiff competition out there. The renowned Tainari from Amorta, even Sino the General Mahamatra was there. You're amazing. Getting points off them is a huge achievement. The way I see it, people aren't exaggerating one bit with the nicknames they...
Aw, thanks a lot. But I really don't think I qualify as a genius. In the second round, for instance, I dozed off and somehow found myself beside the device when I came to.
Ah, come on, don't be so hard on yourself. Let's go. Cheer up, Layla.
Looks like things are going well for Layla. We haven't seen Hat Guy since the end of the
What's the hurry?